Hey everyone, g'day from Melbourne, Australia's crypto capital. I'm Sash from Cryptologic. If you are as pumped about Bitcoin as I am, you're in for a treat today. It's July 28th, 2025 and Bitcoin is making headlines like never before, right here in Melbourne and across the globe. I'm diving deep into the latest Bitcoin news with a focus on what's happening in our backyard, plus the global trends shaping Australia's crypto scene. All the financial figures are in Aussie dollars, so let's get stuck in. This is going to be a ripper of a journey. Stick around for about 15 minutes, thereabouts, of insights, and let's unpack why Bitcoin's a game changer for Aussies. First up, let's talk about the bombshell that's got Melbourne buzzing. Bitcoin-backed mortgages. That's right. Mid-July, an Australian court ruled it's legal to use Bitcoin as collateral for home loans. I mean, how cool is that? A Melbourne fintech called Block Earner is leading the charge, launching Australia's first Bitcoin-backed mortgage product. How good is this, son? Imagine this. You are sitting in a cafe in Fitzroy, sipping a flat white, and you realise you can use your Bitcoin stash to secure a home in South Yarra, where median house prices are around $1.2 million. That's a massive step forward, making crypto a real world asset. Not just something you trade on your phone. No. But here's the catch. Bitcoin is volatile. Right now, Bitcoin is worth around $181,157.90, but it's been as high as $187,088.33 this month. If the price tanks, you could get a call from your lender asking you to cover the shortfall. Economist Sol Eslake says this kind of lending could shake up Australia's financial stability if it gets too big. So, if you're thinking of jumping in, tread carefully, maybe chat with a financial advisor first. Now, let's zoom into on another Melbourne highlight. Bitcoin ATMs. These things are popping up everywhere. Australia's got nearly 1,200 crypto ATMs, and Melbourne's got a fair chunk of them. You can walk into a convenience store in the CBD, feed in some cash, and bam! You've got Bitcoin in your digital wallet. Companies like CoinFlip are saying their transaction volumes have quadrupled in the past year. But the tax office is watching. So make sure you report those transactions as income in Australia to stay on the right side of the ATO. Speaking of regulations, Australia's got a love-hate relationship with crypto. Back in 2015, our big banks shut down 13 out of the 17 Bitcoin exchanges over money laundering fears. Fast forward to 2025 and things are loosening up a little bit, but ASIC and Austrac are still keeping a close eye. If you're a business in Brunswick accepting Bitcoin for a coffee or a startup in Docklands using it for payments, you've got to issue invoices in Australian dollars and follow up on GST rules. On the flip side, the Reserve Bank is exploring blockchain for things like bond trading, which could be huge for Melbourne's fintech scene. Let's talk investments. Melbourne is jumping on the Bitcoin ETF bandwagon. Monochrome Asset Management's Bitcoin ETF, called IBTC, launched on the CBOE Australia Exchange, and it's the first to directly hold Bitcoin under our strict financial rules. Last month, 87.3 million poured into Bitcoin ETFs here. Way more than gold funds. For you folks in Melbourne, this means you can dip into Bitcoin through your super fund or brokerage account without messing around on crypto exchanges. It's a sign Bitcoin's going mainstream, even for the curious and cautious types. Now, let's go global, because what's happening overseas is supercharging Australia's crypto vibe. Bitcoin's sitting at this point of time, 181, 157.90 today, down a tad from its July peak, but the global crypto market's worth over $6 trillion. In the US, President Trump's pushing to make America's crypto capital, and his Genius Act is bringing stablecoins into the mainstream. Big players like MicroStrategy are hoarding Bitcoin. 386,700 Bitcoin, or in Australian dollars, $70 billion worth. That's inspiring Aussie businesses to think about Bitcoin as a treasury asset, especially the Aussie dollar wobbling due to tariff talks. So, what's the outlook? Experts are bullish. Finder's panel says Bitcoin could hit $220,517 Australian dollars by the end of 2025, maybe even $380,000 in a crazy bull run. By 2030, we're talking 410,400 Australian dollars to 516,800, and by 2035, some reckon it could touch 1.55 million. Compared to gold, which is at $5,222 an ounce, Bitcoin is outpacing it with 28.9% growth in 6 months versus gold's 24.6%. Yes, but don't get too carried away. Bitcoin's lost 73% of its value in a year back in 2021 to 2022. If you're in Melbourne eyeing a Bitcoin-backed mortgage, you need about 6.6 Bitcoin for a $1.2 million home deposit. A crash could hurt, so diversify and stay sharp. So what's next for Melbourne? Bitcoin-backed mortgages could open up doors for younger buyers locked out of the property market. ATMs and ETFs are making crypto super accessible, and blockchain could revolutionize our fintech sector. But there are risks. Regulators are watching, and quantum computing might threaten Bitcoin's security in the next 5 years. Globally, if big funds start pouring in, we could see Bitcoin hit $760,000 or more. For us Aussies, that could strengthen the Aussie dollar, but tariffs might throw a spanner in the works. So, there you have it. Bitcoin's taking Melbourne and the world by storm. Whether you're a crypto newbie or a seasoned hodler, stay informed, manage your risks, and maybe check out regulated platforms like Monochrome's ETF. Melbourne's at the heart of Australia's crypto revolution, and I can't wait to see where this ride takes us. What do you think? Ready for you to use Bitcoin for your next big purchase? Drop a comment below. Let's keep the convo going. Until next time, cheers from Melbourne. Oh, if you haven't checked out cryptology.com.au yet, what are you waiting for?